I appreciate the opportunity. I just want to let you know, I sent out an email after 32 years. I'm going to be out of the restaurant business in Palo Alto, and there are numerous reasons for it. Number one is clearly this has been a monumental decline in the city over the last, I'd say, 8 years. Rents and labor costs are just astronomical, and the rents were something that we can't manage. That was something we inherited. But labor costs, I don't know if you guys realize it, but in a period of 3.5 years, you have voted to increase labor costs 78% across the board, and that's an untenable scenario. So when the self-sheltering impact in Palo Alto started occurring, once the announcement came out in January, our already low sales dropped about 25% in January, another 35%, and then finally in March, even before the self-sheltering went on, it was down to 70%. So there's no way we can recover, but my colleagues in the restaurant business are thinking the same thing. And you have a chance to help reinstate a recovery, and that could be done by bringing the minimum wage to state levels immediately as soon as the sheltering in place is removed. The large group gatherings are another problem. It just isn't worth reopening a restaurant. And I'm not by myself. So if you want us to have open storefronts in the next 9 months, you're really going to have to start being proactive and working on brainstorming on what you can do for the business community locally to give them an incentive to want to reopen and hire people.
Yeah. So I know that the city manager asked all of us for recommendations of people to be on the roundtable. So I really appreciate Ed, you moving so quickly on that. I think I'm getting emails from people almost daily going bankrupt. So the urge is really critical. I mean, this is spoken about many times that downtown Cal Ave, I mean, almost everywhere is, of course, it's all shut down. So it's pretty devastating. So I think it's to kind of line the ball. I think we need to move quickly before people decide, like Dan, who say, "Hey, I'm tossing the towel. I'm not going to do it anymore."
So the 2020 to Sustainability and Climate Action Plan update process and the 2020 to 2021 Sustainability Work Plan were both drafted before the current pandemic. The global response to COVID-19 has highlighted the tools and strategies needed to be resilient in confronting the challenge together. We can use some of the same tools and strategies for resilience when addressing climate change impacts. We still don't know yet the full impact the pandemic will have on the economy, society, and city operations, but we do know that COVID-19 will undoubtedly impact both the 2020 Sustainability and Climate Action Plan update process and the 2020 to 2021 Sustainability Work Plan. Staff is going to do our best to keep moving items forward and stay on schedule, but we already know that some programs will be delayed.